Yes, we are live. We are live on our YouTube channel and on all our social media platforms. You can just use that link, join in with the conversation. My name is John, and I'm here on behalf of CTV to share different things in our country, what is happening, what is moving on. You know, there are a lot of things that have transpired. So we need to look at those things and then brainstorm on them. So join me tonight as we discuss on different issues that are transpiring. Yes, and without wasting much of the time, I want to welcome you from your evening casuals and what you have been doing. It is a Sunday, and I think you have been at church. Some have had events. So you had events in different ways. So I'm happy that you are joining me here to discuss on issues of national importance, whereby we are streaming live the People's Parliament here at CTV. Yes, my name is John, and I want to welcome you all from what you're doing and all from the actions that you have for the day. I welcome you to this platform of sharing ideas, sharing your opinions and thoughts about issues which are happening in our country. You can use this link to join the conversation and you share your opinions. We want to talk about the anti-homosexuality bill, iron sheets, cattle compensation, national unity platform torture, and the Muhoozi declaring for president 2026 elections. Yes, that's our conversation. I hope you'll join us soon. Here with me, actually, our guest of today is Deputy Attorney General of the Republic of Uganda, and that is none other than Jackson Kafuzi Karugaba, area member of Parliament, Chaka South. He'll be joining us to discuss also on the cattle compensation in northern Uganda. There's an organic exercise. You can use this link. Use this link to join. Yes. Yes, welcome those who are viewing. Yes, can join the platform, and share with us your opinions. And we discuss on our People's Parliament, our show that we will be running every Sunday, 8 p.m. Yes, use that link, which is pinned down, and I'll be tapping you and coming in our studio, and you share with us your thoughts. This is People's Parliament, streaming live on CTV, Toros Premium 24 hours news channel, broadcasting actually from Toros Sub-region, Western Uganda. We actually see people are viewing us on Facebook, on our YouTube. But if you wish to be part and participate in this, just tap in that link. You'll come in the conversation, and I will add you on our screen, and we have our conversation. Do you have something that you have to want to share with us? Do you have that very thing, that an opinion or a thought on these issues which are moving up and down in issues in our country? Then feel free, share with us your thoughts now. Then, and we can proceed with our conversation. You never know. Your opinion can matter in different areas and spheres of influence. I'm waiting for you. Meanwhile, I think just keep sharing the link. Members, share the link. Those who are watching, share the link so that members can join in, and we share and we have the conversation. We're going to be discussing about the homosexuality and homosexuality bill, iron sheet scandal. Minister came out and apologized and said, "I'm sorry. We have the cattle compensation in northern Uganda. NUP and the president being alleged that he was told he promised 50 millions to someone to be tortured." They also have a talk about Muhoozi declaring for presidency. Muhoozi declaring for presidency, then also warning those who dares to rig the election, they will be dealt with, and they will seriously face their consequences. So join me and share with us the conversation, your thoughts on this. Yes. I know some of you even they are watching Manu playing, but these are issues of national importance where we discuss issues that leaves no one behind to participate in this conversation. Feel free and join this conversation, and we have a talk on national issues. Yes. A very good evening. We are sorry. We apologize for coming in late. Actually, we faced some technical challenges in our live stream, and we had to fix this first so that we can have a good live stream with in our conversation. Tonight, I'm Kejon, and I'm here for CTV, and we'll be discussing on issues affecting our motherland, affecting Uganda. One will be discussing about the Homosexuality Bill and Homosexuality Bill 2023, which seeks to penalize those having sex with the same gender. Yes. We also will be discussing about the iron suit scandal and cattle compensation exercise in northern Uganda. The status of this cattle compensation exercise. We also have a discussion about the National Unity Platform president being alleged that he spent 50 million. He promised someone 50 million to be tortured. He was also declared to stand for presidency 2026. If someone interferes with the elections, he will automatically go to the bush. Yes, join me. Use that link. Use that link that is pinned in the live stream and join the conversation here at CTV. Yes, you can share your thoughts, share your opinions. Just use that pinned link. Yes, just tap in that link. I'll just add you on the screen, and we proceed with the conversation. I'm Kejon, and on behalf of CTV, People's Parliament. Kandole, welcome. Yes, Mr. Kandole, you're welcome to CTV. Welcome to CTV Uganda live streaming. Meanwhile, you can share the link for other members to join. Though I'm not getting you well in your camera, I'm not seeing your picture very well. Maybe it's a network problem. Good evening, brother. Yes.
Yes, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing? How are you doing this evening?
Yes.
How are you doing this evening?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing well. Kandole, it is a Toro name. You must be from Toro. Where are you watching us from and joining us from? Members, if you want to join the conversation, just use that link which is pinned there. Because we have the guest. Our guest is Deputy Attorney General of the Republic of Uganda. That is Jackson Kafuzi Karugaba. Will be joining us to discuss to give us a view on this anti-homosexuality bill 2023, which seeks to penalize those who intend to have sex of the same gender. Also, we have to discuss about the Iron Sheet scandal, the cattle compensation exercises for northern Uganda. Muhoozi also declaring that he will be standing for president. And if somebody dares to rig an election, he will automatically go to the bush. We want to have this conversation on these few topics. This is CTV People's Parliament. And Kandole, you're welcome to this platform. My name is John on TV. Anybody, they seem to be having a network problem. Just join in, tap in that link, join in, and I will feed in the system. You seem to have a network problem. You can tell us where you're watching us from, whether in Toro, in Chegegwa, in Western Uganda, in UAE. We have a following from Kenya. Yes, those ways to join in the conversation, just use that link that is pinned there. You'll be able to join the conversation. Meanwhile, you can comment with where you're watching us from. Those are watching from Facebook, those are watching from YouTube, and those who intend to join us, if they have ideas, please, you are welcome. And we wish to know where you're watching us from, where you're getting our signals from. And if you have ideas and you feel that you have that's something that can be aired out, that can impact in the community, please, you are welcome. You are welcome on this platform, and you're free to share that thing that is giving you upset, that you feel the community can feed on. So you are welcome to CTV People's Parliament. This program will be running every Sunday. Every Sunday at we'll be running at every Sunday at 8 p.m. We actually going to 9 from 8 to 10. That's when we'll be running this program for just 2 hours. We'll be running Toro People's Parliament from Toro, from Chegegwa, from Fort Portal, from Kampala, from all walks of life. Whether you're from even East Africa, even when you're from Central Africa, because we have followers from Kenya, Rwanda, Zambia following us at CTV. Those are watching us on Facebook, those are watching us on YouTube. you're welcome to this platform. Meanwhile, those who are watching us, you can tap or you can use that very link. Use that very link that is pinned and then join the conversation and give in your thoughts. How do you see the anti-homosexuality bill? How do you see the Iron Seat scandal? The minister coming out and saying, please, I'm sorry, but I'll not do this again. How do you see it? Then, when it comes to the cattle compensation exercise, we'll have the Deputy Attorney General, Jackson Kafuzi, that is the area member of Parliament, Chaka South, giving us an update. How far was this process? How far was this activity in northern Uganda? And then, because I was told the information we have, this access is not only in northern Uganda, but actually even the intent to push this activity even to other regions where people were affected by these cattle raiders. So, in the next few minutes, Deputy Attorney General will be joining us on the platform to discuss on these few things which are legal, mostly the anti-homosexuality bill and the cattle compensation exercise. Use that link that is pinned there, then you can share with us your thoughts on your and your opinions. The NUP and the National Unity Platform, they were alleged, or according to Eric Mesuga says, they promised him, I think 50 million to be tortured, and then to be tortured. I think you have a network problem. Likes of Sarif was trying to join in, but you have a network problem. Then this is challenging. Meanwhile, you can use that link to join the conversation. And give us your thoughts. What are your thoughts on these things? Just use that link and join the conversation. We are on CTV. Just use that conversation, that link, and we proceed with our conversation. Join, please. I'm waiting for you here. Sarif, you have a network problem. Try and connect you, but you're failing, my brother. Maybe you have a network problem. I don't know why. Is it network problem?
Hello.
It's Arali.
Yes, about
Arali Jebal.
Ego, my picture may not be clear. Amafanyalazi agenzire. Musibire muta.
Orugira katsibe kurungi Arali. But some members are having network challenges.
Okay.
Tabaire mikoro netuba Arali. The setup itself takes over 1 hour, so so tabaire mikoro kasoloko. I don't know how was the day.
Oh, hectic as usual, running up and down.
Running up and down. Your phone is in horizontal format. I don't know whether I can recommend you maybe to put it in it is in portrait, not in horizontal. Is my network clear?
I don't know. I can hear you. You are saying I do what?
Your phone, you just holding it like this. Can you make it in a landscape format? And I think
Yeah,
I can
do it.
produce a good video, because tomorrow members may wish to watch. Yes, but
Yeah,
now
but you see the problem. Now
it's
I
not
appear upside
rotating.
down.
Okay.
No, let me rotate it. Let me put it in rotation.
Just keep like that, eh? Rotate it, just put a future and rotate it then. Because yes,
Okay.
exactly like
Is
that.
that better?
Yes, exactly. That's enough.
Okay.
Because tomorrow,
Is on and off.
after the conversation, members may wish to exactly. Yeah, the picture is coming out very well. Alright, good evening. How is Chaka's
Good
house?
evening to you.
How is Chaka's house? Hope it is doing well.
Yeah, there's some bit of sunshine.
Bit of sunshine.
Do you want the program purely in English?
For the purpose of our viewers, those who may be out of Chegego, we can try to mix, but because you'll be hitting on these different topics. We have the anti-homosexuality bill, then most of that cattle compensation exercise also for northern Uganda. So you never know, someone in northern Uganda may see your comment and may see your comments on this exercise. So some people are trying to join, but I think they have some network challenges. I don't know why. But they will be joining us in the meantime, because I'm told there is Femanu match.
Yes. Maybe you can wait and do it after, because it should be ending in about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Can we wait a bit?
Yeah, no problem. I'm free. I'm at home.
You're at home. Okay. Paul
So we get
Kaseta.
back in 20 minutes?
Maybe you can get back in 20 minutes, but because me, I'm waiting for members here.
Okay. $20 minutes then.
20 minutes. Let's wait for the match to end so some members can join in. Kasita, let's wait for the match to end so that we can have some members here. That was the Deputy Attorney General. Giving me his view on. Sarif is trying to join the conversation, but is having a problem of network. And I don't know really what I will do for him. But he really wished to join.
Hello, John.
Yes, please. Very good evening.
Would you hear me?
I'm getting you very well. I don't know whether I'm audible, even me.
Hello?
I think that the match is trying to end. Sharif, my brother Sharif has a problem of network. He's trying all the best, but he's completely failing. I don't know what I will do for him. When I'm adding him, quickly jumps out of the cage. Alex Doni, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm cool.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I
I got some technical challenges. because Hillary was here, the HR was here, and I'm sorry it is going online, but so I got some different engagements all over the day, and I was somehow caught up with time. But now we have a People's Parliament. Those who wish to join us, please use that link that is pinned, because we'll be discussing the anti-homosexuality bill with the Deputy Attorney General of the Republic of Uganda, that is Jackson Kafuzi Karugaba. We'll also be discussing the Iron Seat scandal, whereby the minister has come out and apologize and say, please, I'm sorry. Next time this will not happen. Then we also have a topic about the cattle compensation exercise. Actually, Deputy Attorney General was here, and we have given the meeting 20 minutes so that members can finish the match and he joined in. I don't know whether how far it is. And actually for him he was knowing even the time when the match will be elapsing. So he told me, please wait at least 20 minutes. We are just waiting, just 10 minutes, members to join, then we have a conversation. You can use that very link which is pinned in our YouTube link. Just tap that link and join. Tap that link, just use that link to join the stream. We can have a conversation. Use that link. Remember, use that link so that we can have a discussion with the Deputy Attorney General of the Republic of Uganda. That's Jackson Kafuzi Karugaba. He'll be giving us his perception on the anti-homosexuality bill. Yes. Sarif, I'm hoping that you have got now network. When I'm trying to add him, it just disconnects. Don, Team Chaka, how you doing?
I'm cool, I have no problem. Just, I'm here waiting for the Attorney General.
John, can you hear me?
You're waiting for Honorable Jackson Kafuzi.
Yes?
Yes.
I can hear you
Hello,
very
John.
well. Maybe me. I don't know whether you're getting me. I'm audible.
I can hear you very well.
Mokama Philip.
Hello.
Yes, brother Mokama Philip. Yes, please. Welcome to CTV.
Thank you very much, and I'm pleased to be part of the CTV.
Yes, actually, Deputy Attorney General is just joining us in just few minutes to discuss about the homosexuality, the anti-homosexuality bill, the Iron Seat scandal, the cattle compensation exercise, and Muhoozi caring for president 2026. Actually, I'm suggesting that you guys use your camera very well. Position your camera, because these videos, they will trend, because you know we have the biggest following platform. So I'm suggesting that please let's be on attention. Let's be attentive, so that when your video goes viral, it goes when you're very well. Sharif, I hope now you have network. And I recommend everyone to use his phone in a landscape format. Mukama Philip, use your phone in a landscape format. And we can even know where you are watching us from, where you are streaming us from, where you're joining this platform from. Sarif, I don't know whether you people in Mubende, you have network?
There is no network in Mubende. I told him to come and work with him, Chebeba, he refused it. No network.
Here at Command Center, we have set machines, over 4 machines they are here, just for the CTV People's Parliament. We are set for CTV People's Parliament. And this is the beginning of a People's Parliament. No matter how we begin, we will begin. Actually, I'm not streaming on Facebook because of different technical challenges, but I hope after this stream I will handle to have these conversations more broader than this. But people are trying to join here, but network.
I think that one would be one of the issues which needs to be tackled.
Sarif has tried over 20 times.
The telecommunications network remains a challenge in different areas, so I think that one also needs to be tackled, because now we are moving technological, and of course we expect that at least if we get a very good coverage of the network, we can easily probably interact across the globe. So I think such.
Let me share the link here. My phone is actually shutting.
You also don't have power at the command center. Several People's Parliament.
I had different engagements, and those engagements they caught me seriously. Actually, I just got some relax just in a few minutes back. So and I was discussing with the Deputy Attorney General, was telling me, let's give the people at least 30, just on 20 minutes. And we come up. He's at home. He's a son and he's at home, and they will be joining us. But people, they are they enjoying the game. Actually, Donald told me, please. Mukama Philip, welcome back. Kahijiriza. Those who are watching us, use that link on YouTube. Just use that link, tap it, then you will be joining us live on CTV, People's Parliament. What's your view about these issues which are trending in our country? Just share with us your opinions. You never know, your opinion can help someone. Sarif. Sarif, you have a problem of network. Mokama Philip, a very good evening. I wanted to guide just for the purpose of having a good video. You can just have your video recorded in a landscape format, because these videos will trend in you have to match. At least put that rotating feature in your phone and rotate your phone, and you'll have a very meaningful conversation, and you'll still enjoy it. Yes, those who are watching us on different platforms, use that link that is pinned. Then you will be joining us. Use that pinned link. Then you'll be joining us and share with us your thoughts. Mukama Philip Kahijiriza, where are you watching us from or joining this stream from?
Yes, John. Hello.
Yes, please.
Could we start?
I don't know which device Mokama Philip is trying to connect with, because I see two devices. Maybe I first remove one and leave one.
I think we need to begin, and then we dissect the
Yes.
issues. As
Those who
other
are watching
people
us,
maybe begin.
just use that link.
Yes.
And then we dissect the issues. Going in.
We need to
Mokama
begin.
Philip, are you getting us? Those who are watching, please use that link and join the conversation. Yes, Deputy Attorney General is joining us in a few minutes. And join the session. Yes, Deputy Attorney General is. There is echo of minutes. There is echo of Polikasita UAE. How is UAE?
Yes.
How is UAE?
UAE we are approaching the summertime, so everything is okay.
How is UAE?
Yes.
That's good. That's beautiful. When people are working, that's productive, and that means we are progressing. The world is growing and developing. Yes, those who are watching us on YouTube, on all and other social platforms, you can tap that link that is pinned. Then you join this conversation. I automatically add you on the screen, and you join other participants where we have the Deputy Attorney General of the Republic of Uganda, Jackson Kafuzi, giving us his view on the anti-homosexuality bill. And meanwhile, the cattle compensation update of Northern Uganda. Use that link to join us on this platform, so that you can also air out your view on the Iron Sheet scandal, the anti-homosexuality bill, the cattle compensation exercise, and Muhoozi saying that we'll go to Bush if anyone rigs his election 2026, in case he stands. So we are starting in a few minutes. In a few minutes, whereby we are discussing those key topics. You are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, or Mujisashara. You can just join that link. Can just join that link. Then you give in your thoughts and participate. Don't only watch. This is People's Parliament. Don't only watch, but still participate. Yes, and I recommend everyone to use his phone in a portrait view so that we can have meaningful videos.
Is it my network? Is it my network or at the command center, because I can't hear very well?
You can't hear me well? Alex, are you getting me well?
As it so?
I'm getting you, sir. I'm getting you very well.
Mokama Philip, yes. Are you getting me well?
Okay, fine.
Am I audible?
Then I think Philip
Yes,
needs
I'm
to put
getting
the
you
phone in
very
landscape
yes.
format.
Yes, you are.
Philip, can you adjust your phone like this? Because we
Only
need
the
videos
auto
which are
rotate.
quality, that if we share them tomorrow, they see a meaningful. Because I will need you to put here in the screen like this. And I can't put a video in this way. I have to put a portrait video. because they differ. At least put your phone in the portrait format like this. Then we can have a conversation. Shashara and those who are watching on YouTube, you can also join the conversation. Don't only watch, participate. Use that pinned link. Can you game work at you? Your link jumping in Zeko, just game watch. Then I will be able to see you here in my system and add you to the stream. Otherwise, a very good evening. How is Uganda? How is Saudi Arabia? How is Riyadh? And how is your family maybe? How is it doing?
Well, thank you. Thank you, John.
Kafuche wa Philip. Mukama wange Philip. Anyway, we can leave it like that.
You can hear me?
I can hear you well, Mr. Kasita. Paul.
Okay, thank you very much,
Kasita,
John, for the People's Parliament. I'm glad to be part of this session. And I welcome also other panelists who have joined us. Looking forward dissecting into these current issues under your guidance, General Naito Kagava. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, my brother. Then, as we wait for other guests to join in, actually we're just remaining with just 2 or 3. Those who are watching on YouTube, you can meanwhile come in and participate and share with us your thoughts. How do you think of Muhoozi going to the bush if in case they rig an election? What do you think about the Iron Seat scandal? What's your take at the anti-homosexuality bill? Where they will fine Ayad over someone 100 million. Yes, exactly. This is what I wanted, Mr. Philip. Mukama Philip kahijiriza. Actually, I want to see if
Thank you.
we can
Yes.
seriously begin. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. And I can now, when you're submitting, I can just say, Mukama Philip, that this is your podium, and see how you're participating, how you in your camera. Same to others, and they're done. Yeah, they're done. How are the sports updates? I can see you in a sports jersey.
Yeah, my dear sir. Let's focus on issues of importance.
Any update about Man U and Liverpool? Is it Man playing Liverpool?
3-0 so far.
See news for what? Man U?
Man U bamukubye kakabati.
It's interesting then.
That's why I'm not in Uganda.
So you are defying him that way.
Yeah.
The achievement is now at CTV.
Yeah.
Sports people, I love the way we get addicted to those football teams.
John.
Yes.
So I think
I support Team Chaka.
As other panelists join in, I would request that
we can proceed with the conversation.
Yes, we can choose a topic and then maybe somebody can dissect in that topic as other members, of course,
yes,
join in.
Yes, I think it's straightforward.
So that we can know what is trending. and what is happening. Okay?
Okay. Straightforward, I
Yeah.
think we can. I want to thank you for your guidance on that. And I also find it that it is important that someone comes in the middle of the conversation and also adds, some bits on the topic that he finds. Basically, today we'll be looking at the homosexuality bill and homosexuality bill, the iron seats, cattle compensation, and other topics that we'll be doing. That if time allows. Mostly we'll need to discuss about the anti-homosexuality. This bill has its history. You remember well that Parliament had passed this bill, but they found some mismatched technicalities and they had to bring it back to Parliament. The present date has sent to this bill. And I don't know where the topic caught fire in this starting this year. Actually, it was this beginning of this year where everyone was thinking about homosexuality. And and I think this has promoted it in one way or another. When someone talks about it, then someone may even claim, or someone may say, what's this? That's something that is being talked about. Because we know, like these young kids when they are growing, when a child who wants to touch on fire, all this kind of burning, all let me be like this catadova, you leave all your emo hard to touch it. Then from that, that child will learn that there is a fire in this. So the more this bill or topic has received different perspective and different controversial debates, it means that in one way or another, and actually it is being said even in publicity, that every publicity is a good publicity, whether bad or good. So the anti-homosexuality bill or debate, we have seen many people coming out to make comments about it. Of recent, the Speaker of Parliament said, please, this will be revamped and the bill be brought back to Parliament for the debate. Then, the same bill or the same debate. This is one of the key things. The Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, Most Reverend Stephen Kazimba Mugalno, requested the President that, please, sir, Your Excellency, one of the things that I request you to reward this Church of Uganda, it is assenting this anti-homosexuality bill. We even know the Church of Uganda split from the Church of England over this anti-homosexuality bill, over this over this homosexuality debate, because the Church of England recommended and directed that the religious leaders should now start identifying this, giving official marriage to people who are seriously in a relationship, who wants to marry the same gender, and this is automatically indicating that in the case you want to marry your fellow man, the Church of England actually recommended this and directed that they can actually go on and unite these lovebirds. So this is where the debate came from. And the president has been making comments that please, these people, they are forcing their things on us. Enjoying homosexuality is okay. Doing your things is okay. You just do them, but don't force them on us. That's what President Museveni said on this homosexuality. But this homosexuality, we have seen it is a norm for most of, it's like Islam. People use it for protection when they are going abroad. Some of them they use it as visa to different countries. Actually, personally, I've been in a conversation with different people. Someone tells you, please write a story about me that I'm a gay and the police is hunting for me. It gives you a message that someone wants to seek an asylum in these other countries, pretending that he's a gay. So many things that are happening with this homosexuality. I want to welcome NUP Muhoozi, who was doing that on this conversation. Actually, we had the Deputy Attorney General. I think most of you are coming because of the mood of the of the match, but I welcome you. We had the Deputy Attorney General and he's joining us back.
I know Mr. Yoweri is very happy.
John,
Actually, those are watching us on YouTube, you can also join the conversation. And those
John,
other
you would
platforms, you
allow
can join in because we are stopping on 6 participants.
John, you will allow me.
So, Yoel, I welcome you on this platform, whereby it is People's Parliament, whereby we're looking about those topics, the anti-homosexuality, the iron seats, cattle compensation, and NUP. Then, what is your take on these key topics? Mostly, let's begin with the anti-homosexuality. As I have told you that background, do you think the government is right or the parliament is right to legislate on laws which are somehow inflicting on human rights? Because someone has a right to sex. Because to personally, I think homosexuality is a vice. Like cigarette smoking, like alcohol, like all those kinds of vices which are growing in the society. In the society.
Yes,
so
John.
What's your
John,
take?
my thinking is that people need to think hard to see that this growing vice is cracked down. That is the fact. And I have heard of the bill which is coming up. This shouldn't be all about the bill going in parliament, but I think what is important is to first sensitize people about this, because if the bill is brought in parliament, of course MPs will have to go for consultation. They will not pass bill as people. So there is a need to first sensitize the masses to know the dangers of this, and also come up with the strategies. The government itself needs to come up with the strategies. As the bill is being brought on parliament, there is a need to come up with the strategies to see how best can these be cracked down, because we already know that there are some areas where this is happening. There are rumors. If there are rumors, can we get the proper intelligence to investigate and find out that it is real? We are hearing in schools, in prisons, and even now they have pharmacies where these people go. I think this is not just a mere bill, but it needs a thorough analysis, looking at its effects. Of course, if it is same sex, think of the issues pertaining population.
You can you return to your phone like this? I'm sorry to interject you,
and also people need to know
at least put it in
this,
landscape format.
Also people can be infected with AIDS. So I think more effort should be put on sensitizing people about this thing, and also the government itself coming up with the strategies to ensure that this vice is cracked down in Ugandan communities. Because things are happening, but the lawmakers are there. This is not the first bill which is coming up. The bill may come up, but then the implementation becomes somehow difficult. So my take would be that
yes,
we look into designing the strategies.
They can join in it.
On how best the vice can be put down or can be put down, rather than our attention being put on the bill. Before the bill comes, when it is heated, people need to know about this. They need to know the plight about this, because now I'm happy that I'm seeing even the people, the teachers, the parents are coming up, even discussing, they are rising up, they're saying this is impossible. We are getting reports, like in the kinder school, we are getting reports that there is this and this and this. So I think even as the bill is being brought, the government needs to take over this. That is my thinking. Yeah.
Do you think now the bill was prepared, and I think as Aral is joining us, Choma, you're welcome to this platform. Yes, I've been called by Arali, Deputy Attorney General of the Republic of Uganda, just informing me that he's joining us in a few minutes. You can immediately, but to me personally, I think people who are promoting this, people are talking about homosexuality, they are simply promoting it. Because it's like forcing sex. You can't force someone to sleep with someone who he doesn't love or she doesn't love. To my understanding, the same way a man wakes up early in the morning and proposes to a wife that I want to marry you, the same way she can propose to a man and that I want to marry you. And these are the factors, and some of these things have promoted. They are growing because of these factors.
John, what you're saying, we shouldn't even be discussing about this, because by discussing about it, we are promoting it.
No, discussing it is okay. Because we have to get opinions and thoughts from you. That's why we have this parliament. What's your take about this? And the Attorney General will give us the legal perspective of the matter. But still, to me, I find that please maybe they also deserve to live. I'm not saying that they are right, but I think they deserve also to live and to enjoy their things. I had a conversation with one of the members of parliament and said, today you wake up condemning homosexuality and protesting. Tomorrow you will find your account with 100 million and the amounts will be...
Our minds are just being confused by money, but that's not good. It's not.
It is poverty.
Poverty.
So it is poverty that is bringing all these issues that because many younger people are not having money and then
Hello, my fellow parliament.
into those acts.
I
So the
also have an
solution,
idea.
what should be the solution? More jobs, more work. Can this one be really stopped? Because we are seeing there is a lot of unemployment in Uganda. Should we base on that? Then we say because of this, and then we move on. The country is diminished.
But even if unemployment, this thing is not only in Uganda. And I think because
Hello, Mr. John.
Sasira, some of these people, they have live examples. Yes. I think Philip had something to say.
Hello, Mr. John.
Yes, I'm getting you.
Hello.
Yes, I'm getting you.
So, my point of view. Meanwhile, as we are facing the challenge of homosexuality currently in Uganda, it is a fact. We are facing it as Ugandans, but we are not facing homosexuality as Ugandans. Actually, homosexuality is a problem here has become a problem here in Uganda, but it has not become a tragedy. What do I mean here? There are so many challenges, actually, that are facing Ugandans. I don't know why homosexuality is stressing most of us and most of our parliamentarians in the 12th parliament to just shed tears, yet some of them are earning from it.
Are you sure some of them are earning from it?
The only cause of homosexuality here in Uganda is poverty.
Poverty.
It is a fact. Poverty.
Poverty.
And you saw the recent scandal of the iron sheets.
I saw.
That was the scandal that we Ugandans came and encountered about. How about those scandals that we have not encountered about? Just ponder about that. You can imagine since the parliament began, what scandals that we haven't known have been taking place.
Actually, a lot of scandals that has
I think
in that house.
Meanwhile, and for your own information, yes, and most of them people don't know. Only that this has become like a leakage, just a drop of water into an ocean. Then homosexuality here in Uganda is not practiced by local people. It is practiced by elite people. Recently, I have been reading on a tweet. One of our prominent people, our politicians, the son, is a homosexual. You can bear me a witness. You also know. I do not want to mention him here, but you know.
That powerful man. Prominent son. prominent person in Uganda here.
Exactly. You see?
Yes.
You see? When I tell you that our people in quotes are earning from it, it's not a concoction, it's just a fact of the matter. You see?
Mm.
And on the second incidence, corruption is still, we are still colonized by our colonial masters. What do I mean here? Example. Take an example of our natural resources we have here, the rivers. You talk the national parks, ranging from Queen Elizabeth National Park, River Edward, River, and so on, named after our colonial masters, which is the same family. Which other colonization do you need? So
no,
you saw recently.
Even we have still
the
have
Pope
those
was
places still.
The Pope was not
Albert, Victoria, the lakes, what? So I think it's something that we all need to come up and say.
Exactly.
Still under the armpits of these colonists. And whatever they everything they come up with. Recently I saw a video.
Exactly.
I'm bringing they can do whatever they want, because you saw of recent the COVID-19 vaccine. They made this disease pandemic, and still they had to force vaccines on us, and the boosters have to get them.
Yes.
So you find that if they want to do something, they have to test on Africa. Don't go to Africa.
Yes.
So they still have control on us. They have to accept that.
Exactly. So I was bringing the point home. All in all, we are still colonized. We have to accept it. We have no independence. Recently, you saw the Pope saying that homosexuality is a crime, is not a crime but a sin. What was he meaning? What was he meaning in this place? Much as most of the European countries have accepted homosexuality as an act, it is legally accepted, and we are still. So, why should it be a crime? Yet it is legally accepted by our colonial masters. Meaning, it is not a crime; it is a legal right. But then, when we come to faith, it is a sin, and he was misinterpreted.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Aral, we can hear you. In our conversation.
Corruption has become a major factor in our country, Uganda.
May I have a say on?
I'm saying corruption has become a major factor in our country, Uganda.
Yes, Mr. Philip. Wind up, and then we have a conversation.
One of the factors and the pillars that have facilitated homosexuality here in Uganda is corruption.
How is corruption?
Recently, yes, please.
How is corruption promoting homosexuality in Uganda?
I go on.
Yes.
Okay. The anti-homosexuality bill was tabled way back in 2014. You remember the saga. The president signed, and the Ugandan court and the magistrates, the lawyers, they were not in agreement with the. They were not in agreement with the bill. What did this one show? Someone who is a believer, someone who loves his country, as our country motto states, that for God and my country, which I do not conquer with, itself it's corrupting our minds. We are full of individualism, egoism, because of that Ugandan motto, meaning that for God and my country, everything belongs to me. I do not mind about a brother or a sister. I think I can give my submission.
Let's see a take from Deputy Attorney General on homosexuality. Arali, the podium is yours. Welcome back on the platform again.
Good evening to our viewers.
Yes, thank you.
Good evening to you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I've heard the last discussant talking about corruption. This is what I want to say. As long as we allow the Western world to determine our values, as long as we allow the Western world to determine what is right and what is wrong for us, as long as we allow the Western world to define what is comprised in human rights and what is not, they will continue imposing their will on us in our society. Right from the Bible we use, to the laws we make, to the money we use, to the economies we aspire to achieve. The most important thing is for us to first realize that we are sovereign, and that we are not just sovereign, that we have our own values and cultures, customs that can determine how best we live in harmony amongst ourselves. Now, they woke up one day and told us, they gave us a list of what they called human rights. We accepted them wholly as they brought them. Today, they are adding another right, homosexuality. They are saying it is a right who want to be a homosexual, who want to be gay, who want to be transgender. In the Western world, they have even gone a step higher, that they don't even want to define their children as male or female, because they think their children should have a right to determine whether they are male or female. Then they can take hormones and change their gender, then get an operation where they change their private parts for a man to become female, and then he also considers himself a woman, and that he's right to exercising his rights. Since independence, all African countries, we have always aspired to be like the Western world. The Western world, I mean Europe and America, the developed world. So we copy each and everything from them, including their definition of democracy. Do you know that their definition of democracy is different from the Chinese definition of democracy? They tried to resist the Chinese, but you see, since the Chinese are economically well off, so they had to accept it as it is. But they impose theirs upon us because they give us aid, then they control us through World Bank, and then through other projects, some of which are even within our own districts where we come from, our localities. These laws we make, we as members of parliament, we tend to do what we call benchmarking. We go to other countries where similar laws have been made. But in most cases, the most ideal thing to do would be find out how best this law you're making fits within your society, how it contributes to the society, and how much you import from the society and into that law. That would be the best way to have a law that will not be resisted, that will fit within your society and help promote the society to achieve a particular aim of that law. But we do benchmarking. We go out of the country. Sometimes we do it within East Africa, West Africa, Central Africa, South Africa, or even Europe and America. We go and do benchmarking. But you see, when you benchmark, it means you are also copying other people's cultures. So you are most likely to import something that will somehow disagree with your own local setup. And this is how those Europeans and Americans sponsor bills into parliament. You've had, previously, I'll give you an example. Because all our laws were imported, we did not have the structure of laws that we got upon independence. So all our laws were imposed upon us by the British, who are our colonial masters. So the Interpretation Act by then used to say he means and includes she. Man means and includes woman. Eventually, they started saying, with the women rights movement, they said, no, we need now to define ourselves, to determine our own course. So when they switched in the Western world and said, no, we should define he and she as separate, we imported that and put it here. That is okay. It is acceptable and it fits well within us. But then we also went ahead to import what we call equality. Now, this thing we call equality in property rights is a very sensitive and controversial issue, especially when it comes to land rights, especially when it comes to customary land rights, bibanja, where in one tradition, the heir is a male. But in Kenya, they have what they call matrilineal societies, where the heir might be female, where women belong to, so the children belong to the mother. And for us with the patrilineal, we say children belong to the father. Eventually, we've been seeing a lot of conflict in our land laws as a result of inheritance issues. And the courts have worked tooth and nail to try and realign what is customary, what should be acceptable in the circumstances, and what the good law, what good law means. Now, back to homosexuality, we have always imported the wrong laws. We've not only imported wrong values because we admire those people and they pay us a lot of money through World Bank and sponsor our projects, but they have eventually, in a way, enslaved us so much that they want to dictate what should be done around here, not just in Uganda, but in the whole of Africa. All countries that they consider poor, they would want to be able to dictate to them policy and values. So, for once, we are calling upon Africans, not just Ugandans, Africans to stick to their values and say no to values they believe are inconsistent with their customs, with what they value traditionally as African. That's what I can say.
Okay, but still on this bill,
I'm not hearing.
we see. Let me check my system here. Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Yes. You see, Arali, you have been in the legal fraternity almost since 2000 years, those 2000 decades, or 1990s, because I learned about that about 2000 years. Excuse me. What I'm very sure is that you cannot legislate something that undermines or control or destroys or tampers with someone's human rights, whereby if I have, you cannot force. I'm still finding how someone can force me to love someone, force me to love someone I don't want. How will the law be flexible in that process? And another thing that we are witnessing, the way government is handling cases related to this marriage effect. We couldn't believe that Bujingo and the Teddy can separate. But because the laws, they favor, or I can say they favor a section of society. When someone knows this, someone can do this, then the law can favor him. Because we really believe that the marriage of Bujingo and Teddy, such kind of marriage can at least try to portray an image that once you're in a relationship, you're automatically in a relationship. And that's how people give up on serious relationship. Like Julie Mutesa Asira had to go abroad and say, please, I'm tired of love. I don't know how I can find true love. And went to this war of homosexuality. Then too, we have these asylum seekers. Actually, me personally, I have received a number of people saying, please, write a story about me, that I'm a gay. Then publish that story in Monitor, all these newspapers, and send that page to me. Actually, you can even ask that person one million or 2 million, and he can pay. Huh? Oh, where is Aral? I think we'll be joining back. Something has taken him.
I'm listening. I've been listening to our honorable. We shall accept it to always be using, because we have one.
And I was just checking out. I think network is disturbing him. I'm waiting him here so that he can get back to the conversation. But I think he has a network problem.
What was the resolution on that topic in Parliament?
I think they come here and explain, but the bill will be back.
The president, if the president didn't sign for homosexual,
the bill will be brought back to Parliament.
How did it come in Parliament? What was it for in Parliament?
The bill was brought. The bill will be brought back to Parliament, and they find and they pass it. So passing it, that's where there is a question. Will it really be passed?
They
Serve
passed
those
the bill.
purposes. He's trying to get back here. I'm seeing him. He's trying to connect. Yes, Arari. Yes, I think he's back.
Yes.
Arari, welcome back. Arari, welcome back. It seems network is trying to interfere. Maybe these homosexuals, they are not seated also. I don't know why. So I was still telling you that these people, at times, I know 2 people. They wanted to give me 1 million each. Write a story about me that I'm a gay. How is government coming out to? I think they use it as a war. I'm on the run. Is it true that the government is fighting? Is the government harassing these homosexuals? Are the laws already implemented? Who is he? He's trying to. He's on and off. He has a network problem. Kasita, how are you? I hope you had a rally submission on homosexuals.
Well, I had it, and the whole
Yes.
point is that it is more the bit of neocolonialism, all of course imposing some bit of that is more of imperialism. That whatever the ideology which comes out from Western countries are imported to African countries, and of which all that is again attributed. If you assess it very well again, it brings in the idea of the aid of funding, the funding, and this brings us to sustainability of economy as a country. If we are to crack this down, we need to think into detail about how best can Uganda have a sustainable economy where it doesn't need this aid. But now, as of now, you may find Uganda, our debit is very high. So how are we not going to be culprits of this? So I think there are a lot of things which needs to be looked into to see that this vice is cracked down. There are a lot of things. It is not only one strategy. It is not all about the bill. It is not all about what, but it is a combined effort rather. It is cutting across the social, economic. So it is all around, and it needs some bit of combined effort to say that it is cracked down. There are combination of factors. So to me, if we are to fight this, one, it needs a joint effort. Then again, we need to look into other factors like having a sustainable economy. Then we can say that at least we can fight this. Rather than having this tendency of fine, you sign the bill, and then behind the curtains, these people are not comprehended. If then they are not comprehended, the bill will be passed. But then, with a bit of corruption, as Philip had said, how sure are we that such acts won't spread around the country? And which assurance is there that this time around, the lawmakers will ensure that this is implemented without failure, without this bit of corruption. You will find that one day a gay is caught and then is put in prison or where, and then later on is may be released, and then it becomes a fact. And there are a lot of things which need to be looked into, John. Over to you, John.
The network is disturbing them.
Network.
We are not getting you.
Whom? John?
He's like he's saying something bad.
Alex, Alex, for you, I can hear you very well, but I can't hear from John.
I'm not also hearing from him.
Maybe he's having a technical glitch then. So all in all,
Well, it's getting back. Yes.
Yes, hello.
so that's it. John, you can hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
Yes. What was the question? When I broke off, you were talking about Ujingo's wife.
Johnny's network is having maybe some bit of issues, but I think what he was, of course, are we getting him? As if I'm seeing him talk.
No, we are not getting him.
So our host is off, eh?
We are not getting him.
At least for us, the guests we can go off, but the host.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just a technical challenge.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry. Just with technicalities, you have to switch on, off. But I'm now hope I'm audible. Yeah, I was not even getting myself here. I was just. That's why I'm putting this. Yes, so Harali.
If I heard you clearly, you were talking about Bujingo.
Yes, the way government has handled this Bujingo case, same way to the story of Julie Mutesasira, this Ugandan lady who has been promoting, actually even still promoting homosexuality in these outside countries. The way they get out in love and the relationship, you find that they go in love today, tomorrow they're out in a relationship. So if we keep looking at that kind of examples, and the governments may secretly, all the laws which are already implemented or being exercised or put in place, they favor some of these people, and they say, please, you have a right to separate. So we find that some people, they develop that kind of homosexuality caused by the government. And I'm still questioning myself. How can you stop someone from smoking cigarettes and you tell him, please drink alcohol?
If I may respond on
so many
the issue
questions.
of marriage. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible.
If I may respond on the issue of marriage, Let us not confuse marriage in the traditional setup with the marriage in what we consider the modern setting or the legal setting. That's why at the beginning I told you that all the laws we have are being used to import Western values upon us. Whether you marry in church or before a registrar, you are still using the law. And the law gives room for you to walk out of that marriage. Because you see, you were born in different places and met and get married, but marriage does not glue the two of you together. You can develop differences and move on. It used to happen even in the traditional setting. They would say, this has failed, you return the dowry, what they call kuzimiza. So I do not want us to use the jingo and the other ladies as an example, because it is a wrong example. They all had marriage, which they believe failed, and they used the law and walked out of the marriage. So you
So,
cannot compel someone
mm,
to stay in a marriage simply because that person agreed to marry someone. If they feel that their relationship has broken beyond repair, that even the presence of children in that marriage can no longer help glue them together, you may not be in a position to keep them together. Previously, there was a law they used to call restitution of conjugal rights, where a woman, if any of the partners refuse to have sex with the other, either your wife refuses to give you sex, or your husband does the same, that person would go to court and then they would give them that order, restitution of conjugal rights. That person is now ordered to sleep with you. But now they later realized that this was only an order which they were not able to enforce, because you declare the order from court, but the activity is in the bedroom. So that order became useless, and the law had to change. In the same way, society cannot say, Kagaba remain married to so and so. When the two of you believe you are not in a position to move on together, you may choose to marry another woman, she may choose to marry another man, or walk out. So I do not think we should have a law that compels one to stay in a marriage simply because they tied the knot. It's an agreement between two people. If that agreement does not work, it is safer that they walk away with their lives, other than compelling them to stay together to the point of killing each other. So I would suggest that we do not use the jingo to such examples simply because they walked out of their marriages. Secondly,
then, Doug, or no, or what's the recap of the law that, because I saw the anti-homosexuality bill 2023. What do you expect of it? Then what are the penalties? Because someone out there would wish to know, if the law is passed, what are the implications of going against that law? If the bill is passed into a law.
ideally, being a deputy attorney general, I wouldn't be comfortable discussing that bill on camera. The best I can do is teach people's views to boost what we believe should be included in the bill. Two, there is a private member, who sought to table a private member's bill, and the parliament allowed him to do so. As Attorney General, our office, the first parliamentary council, is under obligation to bring to prepare the bill and hand it over to the private member, and then support the member to process it through Parliament. But we've not reached that far. There are several other processes to undergo. I cannot say that I'm in position to discuss much about it because it is still an ongoing process. What we are doing right now would be collecting views. I would be eager to hear what the others have to say so that we can add a thing or two to the bill and boost it. So that when we have a first reading and it goes to the Committee of Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, then the public will be invited to give its views. But not every member of the public will have the opportunity to do that. But as we share through social media and media like this, we get several other views, and they help our drafting. We improve on what we think should be improved upon or adjust accordingly going forward. That's all I can say to that about that bill for now.
You're still getting views from the community.
Yes. Earlier today on one of the forums we were discussing the proposed fine of 5,000 currency points for an individual convicted of the offense of homosexuality. And you could see the people's views. The others were saying isolate them. The others were saying you hike it to $1 billion. The others were saying no, it should be so many years. So we pick all these views, just like we are discussing today. Then we table them as a team, and then look at other jurisdictions, other areas where there are similar laws, and see how it has been done. And see how best to combine the two and come out with a good product. Hello?
Of recent, I saw I switch on and off just to reduce some noise. Then we'll be glad also some views if our views will be heard, because at times some bills in Parliament they're always given a deaf ear from the public. It's very hard to consult over like a constituency or two thirds of your constituency. But let us hope this and homosexuality. But I think everyone is against it.
However, a precedent has been set that when dealing with a constitutional amendment, it is official that members of Parliament should consult their respective constituencies. But considering the interest in this matter, both national and international, I will request the Speaker of Parliament to allow us to consult the constituencies, so that we go to our constituencies and consult them, so that we do not just represent or present our own opinions, but we carry the views and opinions of our people and see how best to embed them. Because you see, usually it's a committee to which the bill is sent that does consultation. It opens the window for 45 days. They put an advert in the paper. Then people book dates, religious leaders, expatriates, professors, those people who believe they know, to come and sit before the committee and table their views. They could even get you a date to come and table your views. But you see, that does not bring out the views of someone down there in Uganda or Mpara or Kegegwa per se. So I would, given the opportunity, I would ask the speaker that she allows us consult the way we did or the way the President for constitutional or amendments has been put. Although this is not a constitutional amendment, but it is a matter of national interest, a matter that we feel that each and everyone's views should be heard. So it would be ideal that our people have a say in it.
Okay. Around of recent, we saw on Ghana Media Center giving an update about the status of cattle compensation exercise in northern Uganda. And we always broadcast Parliament as CTV, and it's one of our areas of focus because our followers mostly get interested in these national issues. And they also thought that it is very important to always cover Parliament, because even some MPs always please, I'll be speaking, I'll be doing this, I'll be talking to my people, I'll be speaking about this issue. So we thought we always have to put focus on this platform and this house. I was Parliament, and the Honorable Okupa was trying to say the Deputy Attorney General is lying. Somehow they are compensating a cow 500 Uganda shillings, maybe like a goat. And even when the president had the tour in northern Uganda, that is I think last year. Also, these people, they are trying to say no, the deputy attorney do not speak,
Yes,
because they have been lying us
yes,
for long. They're even doing these things in a way we don't understand. These are where the legislators. So, but of recent, we saw you coming up at Uganda Media Center to give an update about this. What is the ideal about all the real couples of this exercise?
John, what is happening is that, most areas of the country were unstable starting with the fall of Idi Amin. So, in the early 2000s, people in Acholi, Lango, and Koso went to court and sued the government seeking compensation for livestock they had lost during insurgencies. Insurgencies going way back 1979, 1980, up to the most recent one of Pony and Lafoni. So they sued the government because you see, at any given time, the government that is in place is under obligation to protect its people and their property. So their argument is that the government had failed, or the successive governments had failed to protect these people and their property. So they were suing for compensation. And I want you to know, while in Chegegwa we are in a cattle corridor, together with Ankole and Sembabule, these areas in the north had as much cattle as we do, or even much more. Acholi, Lango, and Ketso, they are cattle keepers. Incidentally, most of our people do not know that. And when they went to court, they said they had lost most of their cattle during that period because of the insurgency. And the president said, yes, I understand. He ordered the office of the Attorney General to settle those cases out of court, so the government could compensate those people. Now, I want you to know that we have a ministry for Northern Uganda. We have a ministry for Keso. And these ministries had a component of restocking, where they would give a cow some individuals in villages, just like you saw it in our areas at some point. But since these people had gone to court, this was a separate agenda, different from what the ministry was doing. And the president said, now we need to rebuild the local economies of these people, support them, and help them get back their cattle. A multi-sectoral committee, an interministerial committee was put in place to verify, to go to these places and verify. For example, they would go to a village where they would determine that Kagaba had cattle here in the 1980s. Or Kagaba, who is claiming to have had cattle, did not have cattle in this place. They would go to Ministry of Agriculture, because Ministry of Agriculture would do census for livestock. The last census had been done in 1979. 1979 or 8 or thereabout. And that census will help tell how many heads of cattle were in that district. Then they would be able to compare that with the claims people are making. I want to give you an example of an individual who claimed to have had 2,400 heads of cattle. When the area where he was, the census of the previous 2 years was saying there were 800 cattle. So one individual cannot have had 2,400 when the whole district had 800 at the time. So this interministerial committee went on the ground and created a list. This committee involved, it was multi-sectoral. It was the Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Finance, Attorney General's Chambers, security, and they would go door to door. So in 2016, they produced a list of 92,000 people whom they agreed that would be compensated. The 92,000 people were cutting across Acholi, Lamu, and Koso. Now, when other areas, when some other unscrupulous people got to know that the president is actually serious about the compensation, they also went to court and added the number. You know, one would say, I'm representing 500,000 people. Another one says, I'm representing 2,020 people. Another one says, I'm representing this much. So, and they all got court orders. And we have those court orders. But the understanding is that these court orders, the people claimed to have been represented must be verified. It is one thing for me, Muhoozi, to come from Chegegwa and say I'm representing 500,000 people and I get a court order to compensate them, when they actually don't exist. So I'm under obligation to present their NINI numbers. And have them properly verified that they actually exist in these villages, in these sub-counties, in these parishes, and in this district. So, as we speak, I can tell you there is a lawyer from Keso called Omongole who submitted a claim for 205,000 people. Remember, the list we have is of 92,000. So, the budget we have as government is for compensation of the 92,000. Now, Omongole and the other lawyers and my friend Okupa and several others bring up several other claims. And they would want us to tell them immediately before verification. And we are saying, I'm saying as the person in charge, that I can only pay the 92,000 people who are verified and known, because those I can account to the Auditor General and to government. The 205,000 people that Omongo has submitted, the 2020 people Elijah Cooper has submitted, and those others that have been submitted will be attended to after verification. We need to ascertain their authenticity, because I do not want to have any ugly allegations against my name having paid fictitious and non-existent people, what they normally call ghosts. So, last financial year, I was given 50 billion shillings. And with that 50 billion shillings, I paid 21,000 people. But even the 21,000 people, we did not pay them fully, because we apportioned, we are about 30 districts, 29 or 30 with the cities, because you have the cities, Lira, Soroti, and Guru. We apportioned 1.7 billion per district. That's dividing the 50 billion shillings across. And we agreed that a cow would be valued at 1,060,000 shillings. But then you would find a person who is claiming 400,000, and yet his district has been apportioned 1.7 billion. So if you pay him fully, it would mean that he would take 3/4 of the money and the rest would not get. You understand? So what we decided was to pay people some money, not fully. For those who are claiming few, like 3, 4, 5, those who are paid fully. But those who are claiming more than 10 and above were paid less, but paying 1,050,000 per car. However, when this exercise was launched on 26 March last year in Soroti, at Soroti University by the President, and we ordered our accountants to start paying, they made a mistake and started paying people 300,000. And people complained and said, look, are you paying us a size of a cow? Because you are supposed to give us the equivalent of a cow. So we immediately got to know that complaint. We rectified it, went back to the records and paid the people. And out of the 50 billion, we paid out 49.3 something. 650 million was paid, but it bounced back because some of the accounts were closed. I don't know, perhaps they had been inactive for a while. So they were closed.
I saw that.
It bounced back, and since the financial year was closed, that one was put to the consolidated fund. Now, when my senior colleague Cooper and others start criticizing the process, the best I can say to them is that one,
calling for resignation.
As that one general, just like any other Ugandan, we are at liberty to appeal a court decision if we are not satisfied with it. Regardless of the time, if we feel and find that we are out of the time within which to file the appeal, the law allows us to file an application for leave to appeal out of time. Then courts will exercise their discretion to allow us file that appeal out of time or not. I hope I'm clear on that. Two, as Attorney General's chamber, I do not want to be held
So we hope that
I do not want to be held accountable for paying people who do not exist. I'm under obligation to make sure that we verify the authenticity of the people that went to court, then we pay them. I want to emphasize that for now, the list I have that I'm under obligation to clear is for 92,000 people. I have so far received 50 billion which I have spent, This financial year was supposed to receive 30 billion, which I'm waiting for the finance to release it anytime. And then the rest will be paid in the successive financial year. Now, on the issue of compensation, before I leave, it has brought up a lot of interest because insurgency was not only in Acholi, Lamu, and Kesi. Karamoja is claiming, Sebei is claiming, Bugisu is claiming, Bukedi is claiming, Busoga is claiming, and yes, parts of Rwenzori which were hit by ADF and other insurgencies are also claiming. But if we were to deal with them fully, we would need close to 50 billion children, which is not regular available. So I do not want to commit myself and commit government to areas outside the scope that the president has committed himself to. So let us first handle the 3 sub-regions of Acholi, Lamu, and Teso, spend the money that the president pledged, 150 billion. Then if there are additional funds, then we shall go back and consider those areas, plus the 3 sub-regions, considering the people that we have not verified as yet. Thank you.
Okay. So let us hope that all these people will get justice. We heard that there is a plan to include also other regions also for the compensation exercise. How far with that process? Because we know this thing will never happen to only the northern region. Maybe I've first started with northern region.
I talked about it except that after our network had gone off. I said that the compensation exercise which we started generated a lot of interest. Karamoja wants to be compensated. Sebei wants, Bugisi wants, Bukedi wants, Busoga wants, Rwenzori sub-region in areas that were hit by ADF and recent insecurity also wants to be included. Now, in order for us to comprehensively do that, we need, as the government, we need close to 2 trillion shillings. 2 trillion shillings is not readily available, considering the fact that we are coming out of COVID and the economies were hit high. So, the president pledged 150 billion for the 3 sub-regions actually to fund that. And for that, I have 92,000 people on which to spend some of that money. If money is still available, we should buy the rest that and pay them. If the money is not enough, we shall still go back to government and request for money. That's what I can say.
Okay. Otherwise, thank you for talking to CTV tonight and joining People's Parliament. Actually, every Sunday we'll always be having this People's Parliament discussing about trending topics and the trending events in our country. We are very glad that today we had you here, and we pray that even the next Sunday you join us in other topics.
I'm actually very happy to support my homeboy.
John? John?
Yes.
Just before you conclude, maybe I would like to ask the Attorney General, because the operation now is making northern Uganda great again following the insurgency. And now the process which is on is restocking. Now we are seeing one of the process is compensation or giving out money to these farmers to buy animals. Are there other processes apart from the money given out? Are there other services which are being planned to be extended to these people? Like, of course, they may have, they had the maybe these spray dams, maybe they had other things used in, of course, in a nomadic pastoralism.
This is what I can say.
Yes.
There is a great focus on northern and northern Uganda. The Ministry of Northern Uganda and the Ministry of TESO have several programs. But you see, there are programs like NUSAF, PRDP. These programs do a lot because they have to rebuild schools. These people lived in IDP camps, internally displaced people's camps for so many years. They have to rebuild schools. They have to rebuild infrastructure, water points. There is a lot to be done. Plus rehabilitation, counseling centers, hospitals, rehabilitation, bringing people back to a communal sense because they have been ravaged by war for a long time. You imagine getting all the people of Chegegwa and putting them in a camp, and they live there for 20 years. People who have been born there will be a bit different because now they have not known the freedom of someone driving his car to the market and back because they are surrounded by war. You understand? They have lost all their local economy. Their local economy was supported by livestock. In a camp, not so the livestock eaten by rebels. Most of it died, as a result of being unattended, so many other aspects. So government is focusing light on them, northern Uganda, because when they were gauging poverty levels, they were saying, but these areas are being left behind, while other areas of Uganda are moving forward. It's important that nobody should be left behind. It is the idea that the government should harness development for all. Government should support development for all. So they should support these other areas to come up as well as the rest of Uganda.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I look forward to
It
this.
is unfortunate that the Iron should never rest. Never rest northern Uganda.
I know how cheated you are. I do not want to discuss Iron Sheik. This matter concerns us all. I will leave it to the organs that are doing the inquiry.
Yeah, but the minister came out and apologized, which is okay. And in our culture, when someone apologizes for a mistake, we have to say, it's okay.
John, I have no comment to make.
Okay. And thank you for the conversation. And maybe you can get a comment from Alex, then maybe and they can see it, because I know this conversation will go viral on our platform when we stream out. I tried streaming on Facebook, but I think we got network challenges. So
no, when money loses,
they will receive the live stream later.
Thank you very much.
So Omar, give us the update, better now even in sports.
7-0. The dog knows.
7 what? 7 days.
7 days of the week.
It's unfortunate then. Thank you for the conversation. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, guys, thank you for joining CTV platform. Thank you for joining CTV People's Parliament. I'm telling you, this will be the best parliament that we'll have. We have just begun. I didn't stream to YouTube, to Facebook, and to get the link, because participants are asking network on Facebook. But I think if I'd pinned that link, we would get very many participants. But for the beginning, I'm very energized and very positive that we're going to make a very powerful parliament No need even to go. People are asking me, we will go, these people, and they host them in their families, but we are in a digital way and we get this conversation going. Nevertheless, I've been John K. and later, I think, as my fellow participants, please, you can have some comments and we close the show.
Well, thank you very much, John, for moderation, good moderation. It has been really a very good beginning and a very, indeed, great interaction. And I believe this one will add at least a stone on development of our country and also internalization of different issues, educating the masses, and of course getting an alternative solution to different problems which are facing the community. And I urge everyone to always join in and have your voice raised so that at least the world could know what is your thinking and what is your take about different issues which are happening. Once again, thank you very much for your participation, and also thank you for joined us. And other participants, Alex, Don, and the final our moderator, thank you very much.
Thank you very
Alex,
much.
in the comment.
Our moderator, also thank today's parliament, because some of us get little ideas. At times you learn what you've been missing, but all in all, I thank I thank you for having really moderated today's parliament in a good way. I didn't submit a lot because I was too tired. I was, by the way, I was from the field where I had the Honorable Kisoka and Honorable Asawa. We were on a certain function.
I know you can't go without mentioning it. Without mentioning Kisoka.
That's like, but I came in the mood of watching Manu. It became a problem. Just like.
I love you to see TV.
Anyway,
It was People's Parliament. Yes, okay.
So that's it.
All in all, I thank you for today's parliament and thanks for the good moderation. I thank Mr. Paul for having attended and giving in a very good submissions. Like, this was massive. I'm also good enough. I'm at home, just folding the bed. I see what will be out tomorrow. Bye.
Definitely, I want to thank you on behalf of CTV, those who have moved with us. Those who have moved with us from the beginning to the end of the show, to the end of the People's Parliament, CTV People's Parliament, streaming every Wednesday. Hold the mic, and share on your opinions and thoughts about trending issues in the country, whereby you're meeting different people and different guest participants on different platforms. Today I've been Kejon Alaitwe, and on behalf of CTV People's Parliament. See you next Sunday. Don't miss the next Sunday. It will be very amazing and powerful. Hold that microphone for the future generation and even for the good of your country and our country. May God bless you. Have a blessed night. See you blessed week ahead. Bye-bye.